Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Prominence 2 Modded Minecraft, where today I've been doing a little bit of things in between episodes. As you can kind of see right here, I needed a lot of charcoal because, well, let's just go down here to our farm real quick. Yep. And then I'll show you what's going on over there. But if we go down here to our farm, we've been needing a lot of wheat, mainly for our cows and whatnot. So our numbers on wheat aren't nearly as high as like the onions or the carrots or potatoes. Our seeds are really high, but not the wheat itself. That's, again, partially my fault because I don't know why I don't like this F5. That's partially my fault because we had tried to decorate the bottom layer with wheat, and so it used up a lot of hay bales. Or I tried to decorate it with hay bales, and I used a lot of wheat. So yeah, that was a pain. So what I've done to kind of mitigate that is I have, if I can come down in here without ruining the crops, there was already this crop heater down, but I've automated the input of charcoal into here. So that way this runs 24/7 and we can always have wheat. That way my cows and whatnot can have plenty of... there we go, it wouldn't scroll up. That way my cows can have plenty of food, my sheep can have plenty of food, but in order to have charcoal, I need wood. Okay, thank you, phone, for letting me know. But problem with that is the oak log situation is just kind of weird because oak saplings only grow good in spring and summer. In fall and winter, it's crap. It's absolute crap. So they don't grow very well. So you would need a heater up here as well, which means that I need charcoal. I forgot that word already. I would need a charcoal to use a heater up here, which means I would be using double the amount of charcoal, double the heaters. It was just, yeah. So what I did was I went looking for a sapling because I know there's tons of saplings. I went looking for a sapling that I could automate in all seasons that would grow really well. Jungle was a good contender, but I didn't really want to have to deal with the jungle because the vines were a pain in the butt. So I settled on spruce because spruce is also one that grows in all seasons, and it has a 2x2 variant which grows really tall, so it gets us a lot of wood. The saplings are a little bit of an issue, but that's for a different reason. But they do still work. Like you can see, I'm still making enough to continue placing trees. I just have to monitor this a little bit. Now this setup is like my 4th iteration of this tree farm right here. It took a lot of work to get it like this, but now it works without any flaws other than the piping system, which is, if we take a look, not because of like certain things, like I need to pipe them up into here, which is actually a little hard. I could use create to make it a little bit easier, but I wanted to not do that, so I used an item vault with an item pipe Mark II to flow all the items into them. Problem is, with the Industrial Revolution pipes, is that they take the whole stack of items, like their whole transfer rate. So like these Mark II, they do 64. They take a whole stack and they transfer it, but they don't spread it out. Like, even though this guy right here, the servo is, oh wait, I need an empty hand. Even though this servo is set to round robin, it's still only, it'll go, oh hey, put a whole stack here, and then put a whole stack here, and then put a whole stack here, and then put a whole stack there, and then no. So I need 24, I think it is 24 stacks of saplings in order to have this thing work properly, which sucks. It takes a lot of saplings, and I'm not quite there yet. I need to go out and get more. I can get that because like I'm pretty sure we live near saplings or near spruces. But yeah, that's that complication, which I ran into after I had already started on everything else over here. Like, you know, we got this guy completed last time, just need to feed food into it. But then over here, I went ahead and got our chicken situation already taken care of. We got 2 chicken cells. One for... Oh, my ring is on. I need to take my ring off. As you can see, we got one for feathers and raw chicken, and then over here, we've got cooked chicken and feathers. Now, the feathers, honestly, we can just yeet these into oblivion. We don't need to worry about the feathers too much. I can probably honestly just like find a way to filter those out. Get out of my inventory, feathers. All right, bye feathers. So chickens are taken care of. We've got the raw and we have the cooked, and we have plenty of feathers. I just got more, good lord. But now we need to move on to the pigs, and the pigs are going to go right here. And thankfully, they're actually going to be a little easier to automate than I was thinking, but they are still going to be a bit of a pain. And I'll tell you why once I get out of this laggy area. There's so much lag down here. I'm thinking of moving bases because of how much lag has started to pop up in this area. But the reason that they're going to be a little bit easier is because of this guy, the rancher. What this guy essentially does is it takes I think it's a 9x9 area, and so that's like these tiles right here, and it'll look for any animals in that area. If it has food, so say the carrots, if it has carrots, it'll feed the pigs, and you can specify how many you want. So say I want 10 pigs in this area. Any over 10, any like adult pigs over 10, it then will slaughter them and take their items. So it's an automatic, way to take care of all the pigs. So it feeds them and kills them all in one block. So that's really good. That means I don't have to do as much. I can literally just create a little pen out of glass, like boop boop boop. I can take a little pen, say that's the rancher, and then on top of the rancher, I can just do this. That's literally the whole farm. Literally just got to shove the pigs in the middle there, have the rancher right there, have power hooked up to it so that it can run, have it fed with a sword or an axe, and then we're good. We're golden. It'll just run on its own. So give it food, give it an axe, give it power, and it's set up. I just got to be able to extract all the pork chops that come out. So we'll be good on that front. But these ranchers require us getting into Industrial Revolution, which requires, nickelite, bronze, batteries, which is more nickelite, some tin. And thankfully, in the setup of this last episode, I actually did need to get a solid infuser set up because I needed it for something. What was it? I needed it for plates. I know I needed it for plates. Ah, right. The actual nickelite dust. This nickelite dust can be turned into ingots. The nickelite ingot right there. Nickelite ingot. It takes nickelite dust and ingots in an infuser. and I needed this so that I could make like a tier 2 item pipe. I can also make now the tier 2 cables. So I had to go ahead and make our infuser, which it actually has a cooldown thing where, like, if it gets too hot, it doesn't work, which is kind of weird, but also kind of realistic. It is what it is. But now I can go ahead and make our solar generators and our Mark 1 Rancher, because our Rancher, you can see it requires 16 LF to use, and these solar generators only generate 8 LF. So let me go ahead and make our solar generators, make our ranchers, and I will meet you back downstairs. Alrighty, so got all the stuff I think I'm gonna need. I'm probably gonna have to run back and forth a couple times, but I do have my building blocks, and I want to go up a little bit and out a little bit more than where I was at, because I don't know, I just have a feeling I'm gonna need a little bit more space. That way I can transfer all the items, because I am gonna want to take the chicken and the cooked chicken from here, and I want to move them up over there. So I am gonna need to bring a belt, or bring a water column, hence the soul sand, bring a water column up and then a belt over to merge with the belt that's on that side. But to do all that, I'm gonna need definitely more resources than what I have right now, but that's for later. So our piggies are going to be standing, I want to say right about here-ish. So let's build over here a little bit, and then they'll be standing on top of the rancher. And it has a range of 5, as you can see. We want to bring that down to 3, I believe. And then where's the Serpename? Sure range, here we are, height range. So yeah, this is the range we want. So if we bring that down just a bit more, if I can. Range, hello? Okay, there we go. Bring it down by 1. Yep. Will still be good because they'll be sitting right on top of this guy. So we will put a block of iron there just as temporary. And then do this. And then this, and this. And that is our pig pen. Might as well fill it in a little bit. Now, this farm I don't think will be running as often as the others. Mainly because, yes, we are in the spawn chunks. Like, 0 is somewhere around here, like where our spawn chunks are. We spawn literally right in front of this castle. I want to say it's like in this block right here, or this chunk somewhere that we spawn. It's like, maybe it's in this one. But either way, we are in the spawn chunks, so technically this should be loaded regardless. But, you know, I have my forced claimed ones all over here, and those ones are already all used up. Like, I've used up all the chunks, all the claim chunks, forced claim chunks I can. So this one might not run as efficiently, but it should still run. But if we go off the back of this guy just a little bit, oh, we should probably turn hide the range now. And then we go and do this. We have clear access to the sky, so we just do this and this. And these should be generating power, which should just straight be going into here. Yes, it is. And now these should be filling up. They are. which is good. We want to see these filled up. Now, these will just continuously feed this guy. We're also... Don't I have one on me? I do. We're also going to be feeding this guy some swords or axes, whichever it is that it actually needs. I'm pretty sure it takes either swords or axes, because that's what the input is for. The output, we are going to merge with these guys here. So hence why I brought this. I brought the item pipes because, you know, it's just easier for this small of a gap to bring it in. But then with this guy, we can do this, just do an andesite funnel. And then from here, we can bring out... Oh, I don't have any power over here actually, though. Ah, that's a step I can figure out later, because I think I have power. I'm floating. I think I have power. I don't have power running over here. I don't have mechanical power flowing over here, so I might actually have to use... Because I know I'm going to be using a belt. It's going to go from... It's going to go from up here over to there, because you can almost see it. Yeah, you can see I got power there. And then the tube right there, that's where the items are actually flowing up. So I'm just going to basically take a tube, run it over and into that one so that it runs up and into there. So we could get some power like that. So I actually need to go over here and see where this tube actually lies. This tube is at 108.64. So the pertinent number is 64. So 64 is right here. So pretty much all the way up there. Get out of my way. 64. I'm on 64. Yep. So if we go all the way up here. I said here. Break these blocks. Oh, thank you, hay bales. They cushioned my fall. Although I am getting very laggy, and I think it's because of these guys, honestly. I think I have way too many entities in the area, so I may need to actually cut out some of these animals. Alright. Ooh, it is getting dark. I'm going to need some torches out here. Oh, also, I guess I hadn't said it yet, but we are updated to the most current version of the mod, and that is actually probably why there is so much lag now that I'm thinking about it. Because this version is still like fairly new. Like it's like only come out in the last week or so, so it could just be the mod author needs to do a little bit of tweaking to get some frames back in. But let's grab you real quick, because I'm gonna need to bring you up with me. Whee. Yeah. All right. So, boop. We're going to put a belt line right there. So it needs to go right there along that. So it's going to go that way. And then we're going to go over here. Yes, I placed that block wrong. And we're going to go right here. All right. Then this to here. Set this to there. There we go. So this way, I'm going to have to hook up this one on my own, because that one's going to be a pain to actually hook up. But then right here, we're just gonna do this. Turn those on their side. Do that. And then actually extend this by 1. And then do this so that there's rotational power going the right way. And then right here is where we will be putting the water elevator. So give me this guy. We need to put piece of glass there, there. Not there, but I need a temporary block. And I'm going to keep this spot open because otherwise I will accidentally trap myself in. And if we go, ouch, break my ankles. There we go. Although I didn't really need to put it right there, but there's a soul sand. And then we just build up our tube. Build up our tube. And put some water in it, and we will have a functioning water column. So let me get all the bits and bobs sorted into here, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've got everything kind of hooked up here. You can't really see it right now, but there is cabling underneath here, which are connected to these 2 barrels. And what they're doing is I have a retriever servo that's hooked up to this trash can that's just going to pull all the feathers out of here so we don't have to worry about them. And then over here on this belt, I have another retriever servo set for the cooked chicken and the uncooked chicken. So that way it just goes right up onto this belt. The water is in for the water elevator, and it goes up. It's hooked up to a belt that is running. You can see it right now. You see it's running. And I brought that power down here to run this belt, but I haven't hooked it up just yet because I still want to do a little bit of testing. But it is set to go over to the other side. I've just been putting in our little piggies here. I've got our barrel of axes. Now, because the axes do have rarities, they don't exactly, well, they weren't going to stack anyways, but they're also a little, it's just a little weird. But this is either number 7 or number 8 pig. I'm going to guess that was number 7. But I have this currently set to, let's see, I have it set to kill after 8. So after there's 8 adult pigs in here, it'll start killing the 9th. But there's a little problem with this. You can see they have all the different qualities, which kind of sucks. It changes the durabilities. But if I take one out, it doesn't replace it. I'm not sure why. I've even tried putting a filter, like, you know, put an iron axe, you know, whitelist, iron axe, but ignore the item damage and ignore the NBT. So that way it could pull any of these, but it's still not pulling. So I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more. It might just be a side connectivity issue. I might have to put it on like this side or put it on that side where the power is going in, or even on the back side where I have the stuff coming out. I don't know. I'm just going to have to tinker with that and find out. But here in a moment, if I get 1 or 2 more pigs, I should be able to see them getting slaughtered. Get up on the block, please. That's number 8. Yes, that's number 8. So now this next one should be the first one led to slaughter. All right, piggy. We're gonna see if you actually get slaughtered. You're gonna become my breakfast. What? It's got power. It's got axes. Doesn't need a sword. I think I just saw one. Yep, it needs a sword. Okay, so I just wasted all these axes. That's fun. Maybe that's why it's not pulling all these axes. Oh well, let me go make a whole ton of iron swords real quick. Already filled up our barrel with some iron swords, and still they're not going in, so again, that's some kind of issue I'm gonna have to deal with, but alright, we're not gonna have any piggies dying because there's 8 in there, so second pig to slaughter. I am literally leading a pig to slaughter. And in you go. And I just heard, oh, yep, there's a piggy getting killed in there. That's good. And there we go, pork chops. Now, if we just go over here, actually, I didn't need to go as far as I did. We take this gearbox, hook it into here. We should see, well, we can see the chicken going, which is a good thing. But this isn't going, so which means I turned it the wrong way. There we go. Huh. It's not pulling out. This is modern industrialization, isn't it? Modern. No, this is industrial revolution, I think. Industrial. Okay, what rancher, what Revo, okay. Doesn't tell me anymore what this is. Speed enhancer, blasting, smoking, damage, machine upgrades, cooler cell, heat sink, empty enhancer. Okay, weatherproof obsidian. Those are nice. Huh. This is interesting. I need to make a quick Google real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I believe I have our issue figured out. After a little bit of Googling and a little bit of looking in the guidebook, I believe I need either this wrench or this screwdriver. It said screwdriver. Ah, here we go. Configure. All right. This is the north face. I need the east face. East. Okay, the back, we needed to put output. So let's like clear those. That's the bottom. Connected to an item pipe Mark II. Okay, go away. So input. Does that mean that this is now gonna input swords? No. It is not gonna input swords. What? Oh, I'm falling. Why aren't you pulling in swords? It literally says connected to item pipe Mark II. Yes. Auto pull. I wonder if I can't just let's do this. Can't this? I thought this also took that off. Nope. We take that off and then should be able to pick this guy up, put it down like that. And now it should, yep, okay, it auto pulled. That's good to know. So now I need to put this guy back on. And if we do this, andesite belt funnel, correct. And now we just do that. I said we do that. It's not pulling out. Okay, maybe try using its own mod. We put an item cable down and a servo. I didn't want to do that. Oh well, I got all three in my inventory now. I'm trying to grab the servo. Whitelist, pork chops. And it's still not behaving. Item pipe mark 2, diamond barrel. What the hell? I don't have a chest on me. Let me go grab a barrel real quick. Alright, got myself a barrel. So if we do this, hook that in. There was one pork chop already still in here. Where'd it go? Where's my screwdriver? There's my screwdriver. Diamond barrel. 2 barrel. Auto push, auto pull. There should have been a pork chop already in here. But there wasn't. Now if I do that, pork chop goes. Okay. Let me go grab another piggy real quick. See if it's just being funky. Come here. Thank you. You are my test pig. It's too bad you're not a guinea pig. You're just a test pig. Alright. Slaughtering. And if it does it right, we should see... Okay! There we go. So it is now working. So now we just need to go get a feeder, hook it up, put some carrots in the feeder, and we've got it. So this was a bit of a pain to learn. Modern industrialization, you're a bit funky. But it is working, it is doing its job, so we've got automated pork chops, we've automated cooked and uncooked chicken, we've got automated lamb chops, and automated beef. We should see all that in here. We've got mutton, we've got leather, pork chops, beef, and we have a few cooked variants, but that's because of other reasons. Raw chicken and cooked chicken. Oh, and some stuff that can honestly come out of there. There we go. But yeah, this is good. This means we've got the 3 basic foods all ready to go. And ooh, eggs. I forgot. We have eggs up in there, but I did kind of forget to set up a thing for gathering eggs. And we only have 400 slots left in here. Or no, 800 slots left. Okay, we're only taking up 400 slots in this. That's good to know. But if I'm not... Oops, I just dodge rolled and I didn't mean to dodge roll. But I think we're actually close on time, so I'm gonna check that out real quick and I'll be right back. So, yep, we are out of time. Actually, we are officially over time. I've gone over 30 minutes for this episode. I may need to trim a couple things out. We'll see what happens in editing. But I do want to thank you all for watching. I've been Dorkman191, and this has been fun with animals. I'm not even looking at my animals. This has been fun with animals on Prominence 2. Bye, y'all.